amyloid plaque studies that were fraudulent. We
these
should
doctors,
not.
let me ask you a question. Do you have a medical degree?
Do I know?
Okay, let me go to the next.
Welcome to Inside the Diligence, January 31st, 2025. Yes, my friends, how are you guys doing? On this channel, we talk about things going on in the news, things going on around the world or on the internet. If it's something you might be interested in, please do not forget to subscribe at the end of this video. Yes, you guys know that Donald Trump is the president right now and he's trying to fill his cabinet. And he brought RFK Jr. to head the to head the health. You know what I mean? To basically health, be the lead on health. And this lady right here, I believe she's from Maryland, our Senator Angela Horsebrook. She questioned, when I say she questioned RFK Jr. And I believe it is worth looking at because the American people, they cannot question the candidates. You know what I mean? It is moments like these that the American people have the opportunity to listen, to have an insight on the kind of candidate or the kind of, whoever is going to head, maybe FBI, just like JFK right now is about to head the health, the health ministry. So let's go listen to Senator Angela Horsebrook. I believe she's from Maryland. Let's listen to her. She questioned.
I was struck by your comments during our meeting last week.
What?
I was struck by your comments in our meeting last week where you made it abundantly clear to me that you intended to clean house of the professional scientists at the National Institutes of Health, which you know is headquartered in the state of Maryland and employs thousands of hardworking Marylanders. I, for the record, believe in scientists and I believe in doctors and I trust them over politicians without medical degrees. You talked about bad science and bad scientists, and in fact, you specifically said to me in response to my question that you intend to replace the bad scientist with the good scientist. And so I want to ask you, in your opinion, what makes a scientist or a doctor qualified to serve at the National Institutes of Health?
A scientist who's devoted to empirical methodology, to evidence-based science, scientists who understand the importance of replication, the importance of publishing raw data and being open and transparent about it, the importance of publishing peer review. We have, NIH has overseen over the past several years the precipitous decline in American health. There's 91,000 people at HHS. And are you suggesting that some of them should not be held responsible for that decline? They were in charge of protecting our health.
Let me just insert here.
Let me just finish.
Let me just say this, because I only have 3 minutes left. I don't set the rules here, but I ask the questions. And the question is really whether you intend, as you said, to substitute essentially your judgment for the judgment of these professional scientists. And
I'm not going to substitute my judgment for science. Of course, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do, listen, the New York Times just did an article last week talking about the fraud, the 20-year fraud, 800 fraudulent studies produced by NIH on amyloid plaques and not allowing any other hypothesis about the cause of Alzheimer's.
Well, how will you decide, Mr. Kennedy, which scientists are bad scientists? Are they the ones who disagree with you?
The ones who are corrupt, the ones who have been doing science like the amyloid plaque studies that were fraudulent.
Let me ask you a question. Do you have a medical degree?
Do I know?
Okay, let me go to the next question. The Heritage Fund has compiled a watch list of federal employees to go after federal staff. Is there a watch list for federal staff at HHS?
Not that I know of.
Have you or has anyone in the administration developed a list of career scientists or federal staff that you would target for termination?
Not that I know of.
And let me just ask you another question. Now, your failed presidential campaign has been raising money to try and cover your debts. And you were questioned about this yesterday and failed to answer a question that Senator Warren asked you. And so I want to ask you again regarding these emails that you have sent to raise money. How much has your presidential campaign made fundraising off of this administration's complete disregard for the workforce at HHS?
Excuse me? I didn't hear the question. The last part.
How much money has your presidential campaign made off of fundraising, off of this administration's complete disregard for the workforce at HHS?
Zero.
Okay, Mr. Chair, I'd like
RFK Jr. knew. He just lied right there.
to ask unanimous consent to enter into the record 2 emails from this week and the week before regarding fundraising that you are currently doing through your presidential campaign.
Without objection.
I want to ask you, I have you said you were on a show on February 26, 2021, an interview with Dr. Judy Mikovits, where you said the following, and I quote, "We should not be giving Black people the same vaccine schedule that's given to whites because their immune system is better than ours." Can you please explain what you meant?
There's a series of studies, I think most of them by Poland, that show that to particular antigens that blacks have a much stronger reaction. There's differences in reaction to different products by different races.
So I have 17 seconds left. Let me just ask you then. So what different vaccine schedule would you say I should have received? What different vaccine schedule should I have received?
I mean, the Poland article suggests that blacks need fewer antigens than
This is so
you get the
dangerous.
same measles vaccine.
Mr. Kennedy, with all due respect, that is so dangerous. Your voice would be a voice that parents would listen to. That is so dangerous. I will be voting against your nomination because your views are dangerous to our state and to our country.
I mean, do you think science is dangerous, Senator? This is published, peer-reviewed studies.
I yield.
There you have it, guys. There you have it. Senator Angela Hossa Brooks, she's from Maryland. Yes, she is from Maryland. She just exposed RFK Jr. Y'all remember, I put a comment when she asked RFK Jr. about the funds that did you receive. Y'all saw that part? And RFK Jr. answered no. But with the way RFK Jr. actually looked, it's like he himself knows that his answer was not correct. You know what I mean? And y'all know that Senator Angela, she put something in the record. I believe this is a way that she is going to use if RFK Jr. get confirmed. These are the moment that they are going to use to question RFK Jr. that you said this, why you are on the hood. You know what I mean? But what do you guys think? When we are talking of DEI hires, who do y'all think is a DEI hires? Or should we say, who do y'all think is about to be a DEI hires? Senator Angela asks RFK Jr., do you have a medical degree? And he says no. And yet, he want to lead the healthcare department. No, let this make sense, y'all. But she is not the only one that have problem with RFK Jr. She is Democrat, by the way, but she is not the only one that questioned RFK Jr. I'm gonna show you this Republican. He have concerns about RFK Jr. as well. Let's take a listen.
If you are approved to this position, will you say unequivocally, will you reassure mothers unequivocally and without qualification that the measles and hepatitis B vaccines do not cause autism?
Senator, I am not going into the agency with any.
Well, that's kind of a yes or no question, because because the data is there, and that's kind of a yes or no. And I don't mean to cut you off, but that really is a yes or no.
If the data is there, I will absolutely do that.
Now there is the data. Just because I used to do hepatitis B, as I've said, I know the data is there.
Well, then I will be the first person. If you show me data, I will be the first person to assure the American people that they need to take those vaccines.
Now, what concerns me is that you've cast doubt on some of these vaccines recently. I mean, like the last few years, but the data, and I can quote some of it. The data has been there for a long time.
Yes, guys, by Google search, his name is Bill Cassidy, and he is a physician, or let's say he was a physician because now he's a politician, right? He is a Republican. For him to be hacking RFK Jr., y'all saw the way, like, I know the data is there because I used to. You know what I mean? I saw this moment like you came for an interview and you are asking your interviewer to show you a proof. You know what I mean? That's the way I saw this moment, but that actually shows that even Republicans, they are having some issues for RFK Jr.'s to take charge of this medical, department, because we are talking about life. We are not talking about, we are talking about life. We are talking about lives that involved like the Americans and even the world. But yeah, what? I thought I've seen the last in RFK Jr. hearings until I saw this.
Proud mother of a 36-year-old young man with severe cerebral palsy. Please do not suggest that anybody in this body of either political party doesn't want to know what the cause of autism is. The problem with this witness's response on the autism cause and the relationship to vaccines is because he's relitigating and churning settled science so we can't go forward.
To be honest, that was tough to watch. You know what I mean? Y'all can see that moment, it's so emotional for the senator because it affects her personally. You know what I mean? Can tell. You know what I mean? Yeah, we have some moment that's kind of funny when Senator Angela was asking RFK Jr. that, do you have a medical degree? And he says no. I interpret that like, you do not have a medical degree and you want to lead the health organization. That moment kind of is funny. But this moment with this senator, it's kind of emotional. Y'all can see that she actually get emotional about this part. You know what I mean? But what do you guys think? You know, RFK Jr., he wanna lead the health organization that is gonna impact. We are talking about health right here. We are talking about health in the United States and around the world. Because why do they have problem with RFK Jr.? It has been reported that RFK Jr. do not believe in vaccines. You know, that he do not believe in vaccines. So if you do not believe in vaccines and you want to head the health organization, the health department, how is that going to work? You know, y'all saw Cassidy. He is a medical doctor, by the way, or let's say he was a medical doctor. He also had a concern. You know, I saw that moment like you came for an interview and you are not ready to answer tough questions. But what do you guys think? When they talk about DEI, Republicans have been using DEI wrongly because they think DEI, if you are a woman, you are DEI hired. If you're black, you are DEI hired. You know what I mean? And they believe you are DEI hired, that you are not qualified to get that position. Can Republicans come out and defend RFK Jr. about this position that he about to get? Isn't this DEI hire according to their definitions of DEI hire? Let's continue the conversation down there in the comment section. What I'm gonna say, if RFK Jr. get confirmed, the whole world should just get, buckle up with their health. I'll catch up with you guys later. Please let's respect ourselves while we comment. How do you guys see this, this RFK Jr. confirmations? Do y'all think he was prepared for tough questions? And do y'all think he answers the questions correctly? Catch up with you guys in the next video. Thanks for your support. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Bye for now.